Well, I think it's high time that the United Kingdom has a law that it does fully implement the OECD convention and that addresses some of the issues that have created disparities between U.S. law and UK law. And I applaud the UK for focusing on at the corporate level compliance systems and procedures and the adequate procedures defense that the UK law, when it becomes effective, will contain, because I think that puts the incentives in the right place. We see very often in our work with clients the costs of maintaining a robust compliance program. It's a major investment, and compliance officers have to justify that investment. And in the U.S. system, it's much harder to isolate what the benefits are of that compliance investment and explain it in terms that make sense. Well, there's certainly talk of that in boardrooms and with management and sort of in the corridors of the bar. As the penalties continue to get ratcheted up, and as we see in some aggressive jurisdictional and substantive theories of liability. Obviously, that's an extraordinarily difficult decision for a company to take, and companies tend not to litigate criminal issues, whether it's in the FCPA area or in other areas. We've seen this since the Arthur Andersen case. I think there will be, if the outer boundaries of the FCPA continue to be pushed, possibly some companies, I wouldn't expect them to be major Fortune 500 companies, but some companies who decide they have nothing to lose by litigating, just as some individuals today litigate. So if I were a betting person, in the next 5 to 10 years, I think we might see some litigation. There was some in the 80s, and the government didn't win. So stay tuned. There is absolutely no substitute for senior management support for the compliance effort. The tone at the top, it's a cliche, but it's huge. You can have all the paper in the world, and if you don't have management support, that paper is worse than worthless. But if you have management support, you don't even need as much paper. People understand that their decisions are going to be supported. Because these can be hard choices for companies. It can mean walking away from business, and so that's really the key ingredient. It's an intangible, but it is something that people in organizations perceive immediately and clearly.